I didn't do it for you. I did it for me. Well, by doing it for you, you do it for me, so thank you. Whatever helps you go to sleep at night and whatever fills my bank account, both those are fine by me. Says continue, but I only clicked on it to test that it works. I know nothing about this game, so we're gonna test it and see how it goes. We are okay. There's no volume settings, so we're gonna Alt Tab. Go to Volume Mixer. You know it's her story. I do know it's her story. You're right. You got me there. We're gonna just go to 65. We're looking good there. All right. Auth guest. Enter queries to access archive footage. Search terms murder. I'll search murder. Okay. User tags blank.
You think it's murder? I mean, clearly it's murder. What can I do to help?
Okay. Based on this timeline, doesn't seem like things are going great. User tags blank. No. What's the goal in this? No idea. Can I get rid of this? Can I get rid of this?
Yeah, that's me. But February, and that was months ago. What's that got to do with Simon's murder?
Simon was murdered, and we're in for questioning of some sort. This is dated June 27th.
I didn't murder Simon. You've got it wrong. You've got the wrong person.
Okay. And then this.
I'd like to speak to a lawyer now. Please. You have no murder weapon. You have nothing. And all these stories we've been telling each other. Just that. Stories.
Okay. Do I have to put them in order? Let's put them in order and see if something happens, maybe? This is June 27th. This is July 1st. July 3rd. July 3rd. So it's add. We can move it, right? It's June 27th. July 1st. This is 11:30. We can add and add. Local storage used. Readme.txt, introduction to the logic database. Computer technology is the backbone of the modern police world. The logic database is one of the many continuing efforts to digitize our workflow and preserve evidence in a manner which will allow you to work more efficiently. In the coming years, the computer will continue to be the most valuable item in your crime-fighting toolkit. This database contains footage transferred from the existing homicide and serious crime tape archives at Portsmouth? Who cares? Probably me. It has been automatically sorted using our ASR technology. Each statement made by the interview participants is stored separately so they can be tagged for submission to court. The audio has been digitally stenographed, and the content of this testimony is attached to each clip. To retrieve a clip, type in the word example robbery into the search field. Click search, and the database will return all clips in which the speaker uses that word. To narrow a search, use multiple words, e.g. robbery supermarket. If you are working from a printed transcript, You could be even more precise using inverted commas to search for an exact match against the entire statement, e.g., yes, I was there. To store a clip for later reference, click Add to Session. Also, if you wish to add additional tags to your own to help future searches, please click in the User Tags box and type in your tags. For any further assistance, please contact your IT rep. Holy shit. What the fuck? Okay, that was README. This is really README. Hey, here's the database. I filed a Freedom of Information form to get you guest access. Everything seems to work. They transferred the videos off of the original tapes in '99, and then the Y2K thing hit and they got mothballed. No one has touched them since. I couldn't find the server with the detectives footage on. Possibly those tapes got damaged when the old archives were flooded in '97. But figured this would be enough. Take your time, SB. Can I move this? There's a clock. Okay, this is just the clock. Okay. DB checker? So let you check the volume of a clip? Is that what
Yeah. What's that got to do with that?
the hell is this thing about? Murder 4. Q history. Hack info. Hang on, I can't read that. Grace hack. Mirror game, Hsoft, Cracker, CyberGhost, Supplier, The Legends, Stripper, You've Never Seen Us, Packager, Illusionist. One for the moms here. Classic 2-player strategy for lunchtime gaming. Enjoy. Cracks with class. I'm terrified something's gonna jump out at me or some dumb shit. Let's go! Okay. I don't need this anymore. I don't think I need this anymore. I want to move this. No. You can see like my silhouette in the shadow, and it fucking freaks me out. Wait, can I control Z? You cannot control Z. It's not running on that. Okay. Video subtitles and I like my eyes like this better, I think. Delete session data. Dumb. I could have just hit start. Well, that didn't go exactly as I thought. This just lets you restart for some reason. Okay, we've got the murder ones.
You think it's mad?
Okay, let's just play these so we know we played them. Okay. If I'm not mistaken, I think this developer has another game coming out soon, so I'm hoping this keeps my interest and then we can get on that when it comes out. All right, we read that. We'll keep everything where it is. I'd like to move the DB checker over here. And maybe I'd like to move the clock over here. And then, beautiful. Do we want to keep the screen flare? or take it off? I'm gonna take it off because I think my eyes will appreciate that. What did they say his name was?
You've got it.
Simon. So maybe we look up Simon. 61 entries. Access limited to the first 5. Okay.
Simon Smith. He works at Ernst Brothers.
So this is before the 4 murder things we saw.
He works at Ernst Brothers Glass. They do windows, all kinds of glass. Simon does the more special work. Mirror making, feature windows, artistic things. Really beautiful things.
I have a feeling I'm going to need a notepad for this. So this is description of Simon's job. Description of Simon's job. This keeps it, all right? Blank.
Simon is 6 foot, darkish blonde hair, average build. He's clean shaven. If his beard grows, it goes ginger, so he shaves it. I mean, not that there's anything wrong with ginger hair. I bought a photo. They said a spring photo. This was taken last year on holiday in Rome. It's the best one I have.
Physical description of Simon. Photo 2. Okay.
It's the Rockington Arms, the Rock. It's run by a nice couple, Peter and Susan. There's some other regulars there that Simon likes to drink with, and the barmaid they're having sometimes, Helen. Peter said Simon had been in and had a few drinks.
Okay. Rockington Arms bar Simon goes to. This is cool.
Yes, there's an Amstrad one. No one uses it for very much. There's a printer so you can write letters on it. Simon sometimes plays games. You know, climb the tower, save the princess, that kind of thing.
Armstrad?
Simon isn't the type to run off or do anything crazy. Someone must have done something to him, or there must have been some kind of accident. So what do we do next?
Someone pissing a lake? I think at least that. She doesn't believe. Is that how you spell believe? I don't care. She doesn't believe it was an accident. Okay. Got it. Armstrad. Okay. Marriage. Ah, okay. All right.
I hoover, I dust every week. I mean, maybe less. I once asked Eleanor how often I should dust, and she said, if people ask, tell them you do it once a week, but every few weeks is okay. I think she was just trying to make me feel better. I mean, when I was there, she was hoovering every day. You know, ran an ordered house. You know how that generation is, putting on a brave front. She has secret stashes of cigarettes. Doug doesn't even know she smokes. When I was there, I saw her. She has these sort of porcelain vases, ornamental, next to the Reader's Digest books. Cigarettes inside. And she still has them. I mean, last time I was there, I looked in a vase. There was a fresh pack.
Don't smoke.
I mean, all those years of marriage, and she still has a secret like that.
Made for house.
So, our sex life is probably fairly average for a couple after 10 years of marriage. So, our sex life is probably fairly average for a couple after 10 years of marriage.
Sex life. Poo. Poo.
Simon was very moral about that sort of thing. He wouldn't just walk out there and sleep with anyone. He wasn't that kind of guy. He took his marriage very seriously.
Simon married, but to who? Because initially it doesn't sound like he's married to her.
After the kiss, the next time, he took me back to the house, to our parents' house, to their house. So, it was definitely him. I sometimes think he wanted to get caught to prove to himself that we were different people. He told me about his marriage, told me how his wife was completely different to me. I almost burst out laughing.
Taken to house for Bing Bong. Who with what house? Maid. Doug. 6 entries, access limited to first 5. Okay.
Yeah. I've been round to Doug and Eleanor's and they're very worried. I feel sorry for them.
Doug, Eleanor, couple, mated house.
I got a job to contribute, you know. Doug knew someone and I got a job as a dinner lady at the primary school. They said it didn't matter if I could cook or not, just don't poison the kids. So you see, it's always been complicated between me and Simon. It's never just been the two of us, there's always been pressure.
Doug, Eleanor, Simon's parents. Made for house. Made for Doug Eleanor house.
Okay. I parked up on the street. It was busy, so I had to park down the end of the road. Walked up, knocked on the door, no answer. I took my keys out of my bag and unlocked the door. The main lock was unlocked. You can tell because the key doesn't turn when you try to turn it to the left. I walked in. Simon's coat wasn't on the peg. I couldn't see his shoes in the shoe rack. I shouted out. I walked straight into the kitchen because he usually sits in there to have a cup of tea and read his paper, but he wasn't there.
What's up, Dead Meat? I made that joke earlier, so great minds.
Simon's coat wasn't on the peg. I couldn't see his shoes in the shoe rack. I shouted out. I walked straight into the kitchen because he usually sits in there to have a cup of tea and read his paper, but he wasn't there. I touched the kettle. It was cold. I looked quickly in the living room. Nothing. So I walked upstairs to the bedroom and he wasn't there. I didn't search for him because it was pretty clear he wasn't there. I had a shower. The phone rang whilst I was in the shower. I didn't answer it. I think it was Eric. Then I was just exhausted. So I lay down on the bed and I fell asleep, though I didn't mean to. I woke up a couple of hours later and I was surprised to see no one in the bed next to me. And then I remembered where I was and what had happened. That's when Eric called again, this time. Then I called Doug and Eleanor. And then I decided to come and see you. That enough?
You didn't steal a joke. Thank you for the gift sub. Hugo, enjoy that gifted sub. Dead Meat, thank you for the gift sub. Okay, there was a lot to unpack in that. So you know, because I have no idea. We're a police officer, and I guess we're going through all this archive footage of an interrogation of this person. There's a person named Simon who has been murdered, and somehow we have to piece this all together by using fucking search terms. And I think it's gonna be interesting.
Okay.
So yeah, so she's saying she came home. Simon's not there. You were gonna say suck? What? Laid down, fell asleep. No one in the bed next to me. Remembered where I was, what happened. Called Eric. Called Doug and Eleanor. Okay. Came home. Came home. Not there. Fell asleep. Called Eric, Doug, then Eleanor. You said you need to investigate using search terms, and it's gonna be interesting. Oh, maybe. I don't remember. It's probably gonna be hard, and that's what I meant. Seems too methodical. She seems to have a good memory about the situation, and I don't know if it's too methodical. We're missing a lot of info, but I'm not liking the vibe I'm getting immediately.
1984 was an awful year in the end. We were living at Doug and Eleanor's. I lost the baby at the end of spring, and my parents died in the summer. It was a hot summer, a heat wave. So when they discovered the bodies, it was just awful.
Ugh.
Because of the circumstances, them dying together like that, they brought in a lot of police. A forensic entomologist. I had to look that up. It was because of the heat. It's just awful.
Okay. 1984. What happened in 1984? Living at the parents' house, lost a baby, and the parents died. Okay. Living at D and E's miscarriage. I can't spell. Gonna go with that. Dead rents. Bad year. All right, we've looked up Simon, murder, Armstrad, maid, Doug, housekeeper? No. Body.
The bruise. I have a really fast metabolism, so stuff like that just comes and goes. I don't know if there's much more that I can tell you that I haven't already told the other policemen. I found the body.
Bruise went away. Mentions found body. Can I search by date? 27/6/94. 27/6/94. Shit. Body.
It was after dinner. I'd spoken to Sam's parents on the phone. I looked up for an early night and I suddenly had this thought. I think it was something his mum had said. She'd been speaking about old stuff, sad stuff, about when we lived there, about the baby. There's some boxes in the cellar, nursery stuff, stuff we never needed, and I never had the heart to throw out. And I suddenly remembered that when I'd looked down there the week before, those boxes, that pile was in the wrong place. I went cold all over. I went down there with a torch and went straight to the back, and that's when I saw the bin bags. Pulled them open, saw the body. I screamed, and that's when I called the police.
That's a lot to unpack. Oh, this is so hard. Play it again.
I had this. Pulled them.
Used to think the old point and clicks were bad hard. Point and click games have not been kind to me. They have not been kind to me throughout the history of this stream. Most of those VODs are gone because of how mad I got. And they will never see the light of day because they were deleted a long time ago. Found a body. Where did she find it?
I suddenly had up for an early night, and I suddenly had this thought. I think it was something his mum had said. She'd been speaking about old stuff. I'd spoken
About the baby. Cellar. Found body in cellar. Okay. Why is she playing a guitar?
his body. It didn't real. His throat. It looked like his throat had been cut. And I didn't see his glasses. There's these thick glasses. It doesn't always wear.
Cut throat. On body. Wears glasses. It's a weird detail to be throwing in. It's almost like you're trying to, like, show how you know this person.
Really? Okay. Here's the rest.
They laid a body on the doctor, oh, the wind and the rain, till a fiddler with a fiddle came walking by, on a dreadful wind and rain. And he made a fiddle bow of her long hair, oh, the wind and the rain. Yes, he made a fiddle bow of her long blonde hair, oh, the dreadful wind and rain. And he made fiddle pegs of her finger bows, oh, the wind and the rain. Yes, he
You're weird,
made
Chris.
fiddle pegs from her
Shit,
finger
shit.
bows, oh, the dreadful wind and rain. And he made a fiddle out of her breastbone, oh, the wind and rain. The sound could pierce a heart of stone, oh, the dreadful wind and rain. But the only tune that the fiddle could play was, oh, the wind and the rain. Yes, the only tune that the fiddle could play was, oh, the dreadful wind and rain.
Anything you sing may be used as evidence against you.
She does know she's, like, being investigated for what I'm assuming is a murder, right? Corpse Fiddle Rain Song Part 2.
Can you imagine? I tried to get pregnant too, but it didn't happen. I slept with so many boys, men. My body refused. I think my period stopped because hers had. I was pretty ill. I mean, how could we stay the same now? Felt like Hannah had really fucked things up. Set us down separate paths. We had become different.
Hannah. Hang on. DPI. There we go. I want to look up guitar first. See how we even got to that point. Okay.
No. No, Simon didn't play guitar. He wasn't very musical. He liked to listen, but he was tone deaf.
Simon didn't play music.
Yes. Yeah, it's my guitar.
Her guitar.
You want me to play something? I'm not the world's greatest guitar player.
Neither am I.
Okay. Probably needs tuning. No.
Okay, she knows it's in tune.
How about a traditional ballad? Should be right up your street.
Corpse fiddle!
There were two sisters came walking by the sea. Oh, the wind and the rain. The eldest one pushed the other one in. Oh, the dreadful wind and rain. See,
I wonder if Hannah is her sister.
See, they both had a love for the captain's son, oh, the wind and the rain, but he only cared for the youngest one, oh, the dreadful wind.
I think I'm right.
Oh, the eldest envied her sister fair, oh, the wind and the rain, with a pretty little face and a long blonde hair, oh, the dreadful wind and rain. So she pushed her in and held her down, oh, the wind and the rain, watched her as she slowly drowned, oh, the dreadful wind and rain. Oh, she floated up and she floated down, oh, the wind and the rain, floated till a ship came by, oh, the dreadful wind and rain. Out comes the captain's son, oh, the wind and the rain. Father dear, here swims and swan, oh, the dreadful wind and rain.
And then it gets really weird, so I think that's a good place to stop.
A traditional ballad. Okay. Corpse fiddles part 1. Hannah. I gotta hang on. Hockey. Where are my hockeys? Hockeys. Where is it? PC game. Done. Okay, great. Hannah equals sister? Hannah equals sister, maybe. Hannah. 19 entries for Hannah. What's going on over here?
My name is Hannah. H-A N-N-A-H. It's palindrome. It reads the same backwards as forwards. It doesn't work from Lyric though, it's not quite symmetrical, but well, I mean, you get the idea. Sorry. Hannah Smith, I live at 31 Gladstone Street. My name is Hannah.
31 Gladstone. Wait a minute. Was it body?
Can you imagine? I tried. I tried to get pregnant too, but it didn't happen. I slept with so many boys, men. My body refused. I think my period stopped because hers had. I was prettier. I mean, how could we stay the same now? Felt like Hannah had really fucked things up. Set us down separate paths. We had become different.
It's like a multiple personality disorder type thing.
What are you doing talking about Eve?
Eve? Who's Eve? She's still got the ring on. It's a good tune. Very musical. Anna Eve breakdown.
You want me Yes, my name is Hannah Smith. Oh, shit. Sorry. Across the road, where my parents first lived there, was a midwife called Florence. When Hannah was born, I was born at the same time. The midwife was there to help. I'd been throttled by the cord, probably wrapped around my neck by Hannah. The midwife told my mother I was dead. But I wasn't. She wrote all this stuff in a diary. Amazing what people will admit to on paper.
Personality disorder. Hannah Eve. Hannah was born. I was born at the same time. Eve. Oh. Okay. Lie detector.
Yes. I'll take a lie detector test.
She'll take it. LDT.
I've never taken a lie detector test before. Does it really work?
I'm pretty sure whoever this character is murdered the person. Maybe.
My name. That was the only question I failed. Your lie detector works.
Eve. Okay. 8, 5, there. Okay.
Well, my friend Eve. I mean, she was a friend from when I was a kid. And she was always more popular with the boys, and I used to hate her for it. I mean, really hate her sometimes.
Eve. Friend. Hate.
Yes. We'd fight. We fought on the beach once, and I held Eve's head underwater. There was no one else around. It was at the far end of the beach. I held her head under, and I kept it out. And for a moment, I just wanted to kill her and watch her drown. But that was it. It was just a moment. We made up after. It was a love-hate relationship.
You ever hear about me in a love-hate relationship? Like, immediately contact security. She tried to drown Eve.
A police station. Yeah. When I was young, we ran away on my birthday. Bob Dylan was playing in London, and we thought we could break into his tour bus and have him take us with him. The taxi driver we paid to drop us off. I mean, we'd saved money, pinched a bit here and there to pay for the fare. He was suspicious because we were so young, so he told the police. So they came and picked us up and took me back to Portsmouth. My mum picked me up from the station. But I blamed everything on my friend Eve. So my parents let me off.
Bob Dylan sucks. Blamed. That doesn't really help me, honestly.
My mother called me Eve. Well,
Friend Eve. Outgoing personality. She tried to drown herself, Eve. Manic episode. Manic episodes equal blamed friend. Blamed friend. Manic episodes equal Eve.
My mother called me Eve.
Keep thinking I'm hearing things. Wait. How do I clear this? Can I get rid of this? Hang on. No. No. Where do you go from here? Multiple personality disorder.
Across the road, where my parents first lived there,
Yes, I am Eve. Yes, I am Hannah. I am Eve. Robbery. Sure. Robbery. Can't spell? What do we even look up? Hang on, check something. Lawyer. Oh.
can I leave? Are you going to arrest me? No. They'd laugh you out of the building. A lawyer would make mincemeat of you.
Okay, mad. Mad 'cause bad.
Yes, I understand my rights. No, I don't need a lawyer.
Refusal of lawyer.
Yes. No lawyer. What are you going to arrest me for?
Where can we go now? Eleanor? Doug? Eve? Can I stretch this window? No, it's not how it is. Southeast? Southeast. Body. One volume missing. Fuck does that mean? Oh, wait. Oh, does this? Okay. So this tells me how much of the database I searched? Simon. This means I'm missing one video? Father. Shit. Right? This means I'm missing one video? I would think. Oh, boy. Database checker. Yeah, I think that's what that means. Fuck. Okay, I'm wrong.
Yeah. They'd gone to bed feeling ill, thinking it was flu or something. The neighbour called me, I had to use my key to let them in. We found them dead in their bed. And they'd been there for days. No one had noticed. Just awful. It was so soon after my miscarriage. The worst year of my life. I'd been so happy to get married, and after that it was just like, fuck.
Parents dead.
Yes. I speak with Eleanor at least once a day. Not that there's anything much to say. It's more just...
Spilled coffee.
No, I'm okay. Fuck.
Okay, great. A lot of good info.
Are you arresting me? No. Fuck off. Open this door.
Locked.
It's Rapunzel. The story starts when she's born. Mother Gothel, a witch, takes Rapunzel from her parents and keeps her locked up in this tower. Rapunzel gets pregnant by the prince, and Mother Gothel is furious, so she cuts off her hair and throws it. Actually, her hair's already short here, so that's already happened. But she throws her into the wilderness, and Rapunzel is reunited with the prince, who's blind. But she kills him with her tears, and so it's a happy ending. Is that too much?
I got another achievement. It's a happy ending. All right. I gotta go blow my nose. Give me 2 minutes. I'll be right back.
Fairy tales. Stories about lost princesses, evil witches, magical mirrors, and lost children. So you see, even before I knew the truth, I'd found it in those stories. No, not drugs. I mean, he drinks, but never very much. He goes to the pub and has one or two. Sometimes we go together. He drinks wine with food, but no, he doesn't have any kind of drinking problem. He saw me singing one of my shows. Pure chance. Not sure I remember what he was even doing there. Afterwards, I had a drink at the bar and he came over and we got talking. I knew who he was. Obviously, I knew who he was. But he didn't know who I was. He was fascinated by the likeness. He guessed my name from my tattoo. Told me it was a palindrome, like that would impress me. I enjoyed talking to him. It was amazing to be able to sit and interact and talk to him after all this time. He didn't tell me he was married. I'm not sure what he was thinking. He later told me it was like he was dreaming. A waking dream. He came over. He guessed. Amazing. And no, he doesn't have any tattoos. He has a scar down here near his stomach, past his hip. Cut himself with some glass. That was before, a long time ago. He looks just like the photo. He's not got his glasses on here though. He takes them off with the camera. But he needs them to see properly, you know. He has to read a newspaper or a menu in a restaurant. Not books so much, or watching TV. He likes TV. Oh, my tattoo. I got it to express my individuality. It's an apple and a snake. So I moved out. Got a small bed sit. Got my tattoo to mark the occasion. I was singing in a bar in the evenings, so I had some money, enough money to cover my rent. And I've been doing something similar ever since. I haven't put down any roots. I don't exist. There were always princes and princesses. They were the special people, more important than the other characters in their stories. We knew we were like that. Twins. Magical. We were the princesses. We had a poster of Princess Diana from the newspaper up in our attic. Had a pride of place. And underneath we used to put all our special things. When her engagement was announced, we were obsessed with everything she did. And later, when her life went so bad, we felt for her. Her divorce last year just kind of drew a line under things. Twins? Really? Are you really asking me that question? Are you out of your mind? Twins? Florence took me home with her. Mother hadn't been expecting twins and had a healthy baby. I guess she was just happy for Florence to clean up. Take away the evidence that this was anything but a happy occasion. Florence raised me in her home. I never left it. She kept me out of sight. It wasn't odd for people to see a midwife with a baby, carrying in supplies, washing nappies, that sort of thing. I never knew any different. I grew up looking out of my window and seeing her across the road. I thought it was like a reflection in the mirror. She was me. Florence was a warm, kind person. But she was broken, I guess. When I found her diary, I also found a biscuit tin with other stuff in it. Older papers, letters, that kind of thing. Her story wasn't there. I never really spoke to her about it. I was far too young to really understand. I guess I just put it together later, once I was older. She had loved children, planned to have a large family, but her husband died in the war. And that was back when you married for life. She never felt like she could marry again. Isn't that strange? She was a widow from her 20s. But, I mean, I guess it was different then. You know, you married for life and she felt she could never marry again. I guess it was harder, a war widow. One of the dead. I don't know, maybe there was more to it than that. I don't really know. No, it was just me and her. Eve was the name they were going to call their first child. They talked about it and were going to try when he came back. Florence's family had a history of firstborn girls, so they were convinced it was going to be a girl. It's hard to know if this is all true. These are stories I remember, that I read when I was a child. Maybe I misread, maybe I misunderstood. Sometimes it's hard to remember what happened last week. No, it was just me and her. Eve was the name they were going to call their first child. They talked about it and were going to try when he came back. Florence was going to be a girl. It wasn't the present so much. It was one of those arguments that had been simmering for a while. The present was a mirror, a nice mirror. He'd engraved the glass, the kind of mirror a princess would have in a story. He made it specially for me. Well, on his clothes, that would make sense. He made it by hand. I mean, he brushes the silver onto the glass. It's not how they make mirrors these days. I mean, he made the mirror and he gave it to me. The mirror. I can't remember. I put it somewhere safe. Upstairs, I think. I haven't looked at it since. It wasn't the present so much. No, he doesn't have any tattoos. He has a scar. He wasn't. Well, on his clothes, that would make sense. Silver leaf? No. He normally silvers them properly. This mirror, it's supposed to look antique. The reflection isn't as good. It's the perfect mirror for someone who doesn't like to look at their own reflection. Hannah was so smitten with Simon. She started getting jealous, didn't want to share. Even the first date. We went to see Tom Cruise at the Old Odeon. We both went, kept changing places in the toilet. We only had one best dress, so we had to keep swapping clothes. Must have thought we had terrible bladder problems. The next date, it was my turn. At the end, I let him kiss me, but that was it. We didn't want another card on our hands, and the Ouija board had said to hold back. After that, it was Hannah's turn, and she slept with him. Broke the rules. Deliberately broke the rules. She wanted to be the first to sleep with him. I mean, that's when she got pregnant. From that one time. Was he my first? No need to be. be so coy. No, he wasn't my first. That would have been Carl. He was a local boy in a band. He was a bit of a shit, but he was sexy. We were 15. No, I was 15. Carl was older. 17, I think. I was really into him, regardless of how he actually behaved. Lots of drunken teenage sex. We did it in a church once. It was stupid. So he got tired of us and we split up after about 6 months. It was sad, but those early experiences, they help you realise who's really important to you, you know? Family. Family. So, Carl fucked off, and then there were other boys here and there, and then Simon. Differences? She's a better driver than me. She passed the test for us. I tried to take it and nearly crashed the car. Learned that you can't rely on confidence to get you through everything. She is the shy one. She was especially shy around boys. If Hannah liked a boy, I would have to pursue him. It was that way with Carl. Hannah met him first. She had such a crush. I let him take my virginity after a night that his band had played at. It got difficult. When I was with Carl, we would have sex, but Hannah couldn't let him see she was a virgin. She had lots of excuses. After a while, we decided that I should take Hannah's virginity. It's not that different to a bruise, pulling a tooth, a graze. We used a hairbrush. After that, we took it in turns, though. I was always the one who seduced the boys. Until Simon. Fine. I've never had my fingerprints taken before. I once put my hand on the oven. Fingerprints. Yes, yeah. I would have cleaned them. I changed the sheets too. Were the fingerprints in all those places? Yes, yeah. I would have cleaned them. I changed the sheets too. Were the fingerprints in all those places? they had been my parents' fingerprints. I'm not sure how long they last for, but is that possible? Really? Go on then. Take the cup. Run your fingerprints. They'll match. Fucking do it. Rehearsed? You ask me the same question, you'll get the same answer. Is that your evidence? Of course I thought about what happened then. It's all I've thought about. My husband is dead. I haven't been into work. I guess I've just been waiting to hear from you, hear from my husband. I haven't been into work. When you suspect someone of murdering their husband. She's crying, I guess. She's sad because she thought she saw her husband with another woman. But it's okay, because she finds out it wasn't her husband, it was his brother. And so it's fine. I thought it made me sound suspicious. It's not a normal thing to do, to drive to the other end of the country. I wanted to keep it simple. I knew it was stupid not to tell you everything. Saying I spent the night in Glasgow when my husband went missing, I thought it would, distract you from what was important. It's different now. Now he's... It was supposed to be a secret. Just because Simon is dead doesn't mean I have to give up all his secrets. It doesn't have anything to do with what happened to Simon. No one murdered my husband because he cheated his expenses for a romantic weekend in Oxford. It was supposed to be... Mum and Dad never knew what was going on. We got so good at it. We were so in sync that we'd use each other to cheat. If one of us had a hangover, the other one would go to school. Whoever was best at a subject would sit the exam. There were lots of differences between us. Some things one is better than the other at. An affair. Simon wasn't having an affair. You're reaching here. And I don't know why. No, I've never cheated on anyone. I've never taken anything from anyone. Simon is dead. But I have my baby to care for. Why are you trying to make me sad? Why are you so obsessed with sex and affairs?
There are 4 of you sitting
You
here.
cheated on your wife.
And my mic's been muted
This
for
is
like
your thing.
30 minutes. Fuck me, man. I'm such an idiot. Oh, man. I'm a fucking idiot. I should have noticed that. Well, I'm gonna delete this VOD. Alright, we go to here. And we go here. And we go delete. Recycle. Yeah. Alright. Anyway.
You're reaching here. You need to care for. Simon is dead. But I have my baby to care for. Why are you trying to make me sad? Why are you so obsessed with sex and affairs? You cheated on your wife. Is this your thing? What did your wife do? She didn't kill you. You think I killed Simon because he was having an affair? Well, I didn't kill him. I wasn't even there. I was in Glasgow worrying about whether my baby was still growing inside me. I mean, why would I kill Simon? I loved him.
A lot of Glasgow. Just gonna take a minute. I will be right back. Give me a minute. I'll be back. This is a very interesting way to tell a story.
I got in the car and I drove. I just kept driving north. Just kept going, just wanted to get as far away as I could. When I finally stopped, I was all the way up in Glasgow. I was so tired. I just had to sleep. Yes. I got to Glasgow, I was exhausted, so I pulled over and slept in the car. I woke up because a rubbish truck went past. I got some petrol, bought a coffee and a pastry, tried calling someone from the payphone, and then headed back. Yeah, that's Simon's watch. It was a gift from Eric. He got it this year. It was a wedding anniversary gift. Steel. It would have been Diane who chose it. She has really nice taste. That time, it must eliminate me. I was in Glasgow then.
Who is it? It was Eric and
She has really nice.
Diane. Okay. We gotta check those out.
No, I don't think so. Glasgow was deserted that early in the morning. When I arrived in Glasgow, I was exhausted. The streets were empty. I was driving badly. And I hit a taxi. Not a big crash, just paintwork.
Yeah, that's what I searched
The
to
guy
pull all
was
this up.
so pissed off because I didn't have a driving license on me. But when I told him I was pregnant, he made sure I got to the hospital so they could check me out. It was fine. The hospital must have details when I was looked at. There's a scratch on the car.
So she's saying that she panic went to Glasgow when she found out she was pregnant? Maybe? Also, I hope it didn't come off like I was pissed off at anybody about the mic mute thing. I was more just pissed off at myself. You know, you do a thing for like a year and a half and then you do an accident and then you hold it against yourself way too hard. This is just gonna go up on the VODs channel anyway, so no loss, no skin off my teeth here. Eric. A lot of Eric. But sorry if it came off a different way.
He was wearing a shirt. It's a blue turtleneck shirt and jeans. He has a watch. It's a really nice one. That was a gift from his boss, Eric.
Simon's
Nice coat.
boss is Eric.
A long grey duffel coat, like Paddington Bear. He would have taken that with him. It's not in the house.
Yo, I straight up fucking think these are different people.
My mother called me Eve.
Unless it's the way she's fucking sitting. The nose structure looks different. It's probably the angle she's sitting at. We're filling this bitch in.
So, it was Friday evening. We had an argument. He left. On Saturday, he didn't come back. I waited all day. He was supposed to go help Eric out with something on the Saturday afternoon. They had a job.
Tried
He
to
didn't
block
show.
it. Did you stream Martha is Dead? I think that was the name.
Checked at the
Tats?
red.
I think Tats streamed it. I've thought about streaming it, but I want to go in as clueless as possible, but I feel like it's very graphic. Right? Or like it's kind of fucked up. Few others. It's heavy. Yeah, I don't know if I want to play that on here. Like, it might be good, but it might not be. Like, I don't know. It seems like it's too heavy. Maybe. For my... I don't know. I might. I don't know if it's too much, though. I've played some fucked up shit on here, but I don't know. I'll think about it. It's not on the top of my list, that's for sure.
I checked at the Rock, that's our local. They said they'd seen him on the Friday night, but not since. He still wasn't back this morning. It just isn't like him at all. Still not back by dinner time. It's getting dark again. So I decided to come and see you. His parents haven't heard anything either.
Huh.
Yes, there's a car that we share, a Cavalier, and a van he uses for work. It's owned by Eric, but we look after it. Both of them are there now, parked in the street. I'm not sure about the keys for the van. I can look for you when I get back.
Cavalier, Van, Diane.
Yes, that would be in his wallet. It's a Visa, a silver one.
Ooh.
He doesn't like to spend money he doesn't have, so he usually pays with cash, but Eric convinced him to get one. Eric was like an uncle to him. They were pretty close. They spend a lot of time with each other, especially when they have to go to conferences. Have you met his wife, Diane?
Yeah, I was getting there. Mother load. Third guitar part with Diane?
Simon and Eric arguing? No, I can't imagine they'd be arguing. And they get on so well. Unless it was something to do with work. Maybe Simon was being too much of a perfectionist. But I don't know. You should ask Diane.
You're putting a lot on Diane here.
Diane is really nice. She helps out with the Glaziers, organises the Christmas party, that sort of thing. They have 2 kids, really sweet kids. She used to look out for me when I worked there.
Hang on. What?
There. She used to look out for the Glaziers, really nice. Diane used to look out for me when I worked there.
You worked there.
Not really. He would go to the pub. He had his drinking buddies there, but no one ever really came back to the house. Sometimes Eric, his boss, and his wife would come over for dinner. That would be us returning the favour. Diane is a really good cook, into her trendy ingredients. And the last time Simon cooked something off MasterChef, he got the recipe off Ceefax, and I did my Lloyd Grossman bit, commenting from the sideline.
They had MasterChef in '94.
Commenting from the sidelines. I had to find fennel from the supermarket. Have you ever eaten fennel?
Can't say I have. Achievement unlocked. Have you ever eaten fennel? Cavalier. Van. Fuck you. Job. Oh!
Yeah, when I was at school. I worked part-time in the front shop. It was sort of an extended family thing. My dad used to work there, my mum worked there before I was born. I took care of paperwork, filing, typing out invoices, that kind of thing. It was a good job for a girl back then. I didn't work a till or anything though. I was quite shy, so I wouldn't have liked to have worked a till. And the Glaziers. I worked there some weekends and Simon had a part-time job there too. That was Eric's generosity. He was always good at helping out other people's children. Simon was quiet, more thoughtful than the other boys. Even then, he had a sense of craftsmanship. Wasn't always rushing stuff. Boys that age are just running around like headless chickens most of the time. You know? Plus, he had that look. He looked like a fairy tale prince from one of my books.
Are we talking about Simon?
And the Glaziers. I worked there some weekends and Simon had a part-time job there too. That was Eric's generosity. He was always good at helping out other people's children. He was quiet.
Yeah.
Always.
Okay. Glaziers. Holy jackpot.
A mobile phone? Yeah. Well, they have one for the Glaziers, but it's only for work. I can't remember the number. Oh, it's in the kitchen. I saw it plugged into its charging cradle.
Damn.
I did. Well, we met when we were 17, both working at the Glaziers.
Okay. Lines up.
We couldn't afford our own place. Simon dropped out of school, went full-time at the Glaziers. That was Eric's generosity. We moved in with his mum and dad. They had a spare room for us and the baby, if it came. It was a nice change, time to myself, living there for those months, full of hope.
There was something else I wanted to look up. I completely fucking forgot. Diane, Christmas party, whatever. Okay, whatever. Whatever.
No, everyone loved Simon. He's a Glazier, he doesn't have much money. I don't know. No, I don't know.
Glazier. What is a glazier? A person whose profession is fitting glass into windows. Okay. What the fuck did I want to look up? Baby. Holy shit.
We spent the wedding night in a hotel in Brighton. It would have been too much to do more. We were saving for the baby. It was wonderful to be in a hotel, away from home, just alone together. Since then, we've always tried to get away for our holiday.
Okay.
No. I lost the baby. I had a miscarriage at 8 months. We carried on living at Simon's
I tried looking up
parents until-
miscarriage.
But it was only a few months after. Yes. It was a shock to him. I mean, we never thought it was possible. I don't know what he... I mean, I hadn't decided whether to keep the baby. I wasn't really ready to talk to him about it.
Is that after this? Yeah. Okay. Miss Carrie J. Oh, yeah. Yeah. This thing's getting full. Brighton? Shit. New Dead?
That's all that matters, really. The baby. Simon's dead. But the baby, that's how he will live on. Our baby.
The fuck are you talking about? Delete the VOD. Bad joke. Yeah. Delete the whole VOD over bad joke. You do a bad joke, you just get a... That's all you get. Why? Can I, wait, can I control Z the recycling bin? No, you can't. You can't control Z the recycling bin. I'll just download the VOD later. I got pissy and got rid of the local record, even though it would have saved me time. And now because I got pissy, I gotta spend more time. I don't think I'm gonna move to Psychonauts. I think I'm just gonna stick with this game. I'm enjoying this right now. This is interesting. Okay, dead. Look at all these things we've had to look up. Holy shit. Charges? Charge? Charge? Phone? Oh, bada bing. Okay.
Sure. Yes, of course, if that would help. Will you phone the house to let me know when you want to come round? Then I can make sure that I'm there.
Search? Search, search.
Okay. I parked up on the street. It was busy, so I parked down the end of the road. I walked up to the house. I knocked on the door. No answer. I took my keys out of my bag, unlocked the door. The main lock was unlocked. I could tell because the key wouldn't turn when I tried to turn it to the left. I walked in. Simon's coat wasn't on the peg. I couldn't see his shoes on the shoe rack. I shouted out for him. I walked straight into the kitchen. He usually sits in there to have a cup of tea and read his paper. He wasn't there. I touched the kettle. It was cold.
Brother, you read
I looked quickly into the living room. Nothing. I walked upstairs to the bedroom. He wasn't there. I didn't search for him because it was pretty clear he wasn't there. Then I had a shower. Whilst I was in the shower, the phone rang. I think it was Eric, his boss. I didn't answer it. Then I came out and I was just exhausted. So I lay down on the bed and I fell asleep, but I didn't mean to. I woke up a couple of hours later and I was surprised to see no one in the bed next to me. And then I remembered where I was and what had happened. That's when Eric called again. I spoke to him. Then I called Simon's parents. And then I decided to come and see you. That enough?
rehearsed much? The fuck can we look up now? Did I look up phone? I did. Pub? Anything new with pub? Oh, new pub.
God, I don't know. Could be anyone. Maybe someone followed him back from the pub. But why would he let them in? Doesn't make sense.
I don't know what the yellow means that one of these clips has information that I could hop back or some shit.
No, not drugs. I mean,
Fish. Imagine. Pets. Dog. Cat. What the fuck?
no, they were shut. Most of the windows were really hard to open anyway. They're stifling in summer. They were painted over by my dad.
Landlord.
Could have left a door open accidentally. Or there's a cat flap in the back door. No, no cat. My parents had a cat before they died called Domino.
Domino.
It was this little black thing with white dots. And we never did anything about the cat flap, but if you were thin, you could maybe squeeze through it.
Wow, you're thin.
This other person doesn't exist. I don't know what the blonde wig is, but it could be.
Oh, I forgot about blonde.
Have you looked at the cat flap?
One of her personalities says the song.
When we weren't together, we'd send secret messages by tapping out a code that we'd learned from a book, the knock code. Something prisoners of war would use. We tap them out on radiator pipe or the attic floor.
We saw her do that.
Dad thought we had mice, but they couldn't find any. Bought a cat anyway.
Holy shit!
We loved our cat, Domino. He had this little bell around his neck to stop him from killing birds in the garden. And we used to write each other notes and put them in the bell, and we could send them to each other. Mum found some of the notes once, and she thought I was just writing to myself because our handwriting was identical.
Wow!
And we
Wonder
had
why?
words for things, so she didn't quite understand them anyway.
No new Domino? Damn, we got a lot out of Cat. Mum? New mum? Mum?
Mum and Dad had never had any reason to notice. They were always busy. If Hannah was eating a lot, they didn't mind. She didn't put on any weight. That girl has a healthy appetite. If they heard us talking in the attic, they just thought it was Hannah playing one of her games, and that Eve was our imaginary friend. Once, she was already up and dressed and ready to go to school, and I snuck down for a piss. Mum saw me in my underwear, she went mad. Get dressed this instant! So I ducked into our bedroom, and seconds later, out came Hannah, dressed and ready. Mum was amazed.
What the fuck? I can't figure it out, man. Oh, yeah, blonde. Yeah!
No. I think he spoke to Helen.
Helen?
Said he was upset about our argument, but I'm not sure what else he said. He likes Helen. He likes blondes. Could the hairs have come from somewhere else? I mean, could they... We have a lot of dolls in the attic. There's a Rapunzel doll with long blonde hair. Could they have come from there?
Who the fuck's Helen? Have we looked up Helen before? Okay, sure, yeah. I guess we got a bunch of Rapunzel.
Sorry. The picture, the way it's drawn, just reminded me of the books we used to read as children. I read those fairy tales over and over, and they were so real to me. Rapunzel was my favourite. My brain is just full of it. Are any of these in colour? Did I pass? Sorry, I messed it up with all that Rapunzel stuff. Do you need me to do that card again? We were obsessed with fairy tales. Not just the pretty ones, but the traditional ones. They were dark and real, bizarre and violent. Felt like life. We had this huge old book that I think Mum must have bought from a library sale. The illustrations had thin tracing paper over them to protect them. They were in colour, shiny plates. At the front of the book was an index of illustrations. We read that more than the actual stories. We'd read aloud the captions and flip between the pictures. There was something intimate about peeling back the tracing paper, undressing the pictures. Rapunzel's hair is cut. The eagle plucks out his heart. The princess pricks her finger.
That didn't help me out too much. Very. Shit.
Yes, I read a lot as a child and watched lots of TV. Then the doll's house we still have in the attic. It's kind of a
Attic.
castle. We used to play up there and make up our own stories.
Attic.
Simon never cheated on me. He was devoted to me, and I was devoted to him. Nothing in life is easy. We were good to each other. Life isn't a fairy tale. You do what you can. Well, she wasn't my real mother, but she raised me.
Florence.
Do you want to hear the story?
Yeah.
It's a real life fairy tale.
Whoa. Yeah, that lines up. Okay. Now, yeah. Attic. Holy shit.
Yes. I inherited it from my parents, so it made sense to move back, me and Simon. Felt like going back to old ways before the pregnancy. Reminded me of being a girl, a dollhouse in the attic, old things. We didn't sleep in my parents' bedroom for a long time. We decorated it as soon as we moved in, but it was another year before we started sleeping there.
So they moved into her parents' house after they died.
She recognized me from the window. She told me to come inside, and she hid me. They had made the attic into a place where Hannah could play. There was a dollhouse. She hid me up there. No one else ever went into the attic. It was her place.
Who?
She recognized me from the window. She told me to come inside, and she hid me. They had made the attic into a place where Hannah could play. There was a dollhouse. She hid me up there.
Who?
No one else ever went into the attic. It was her place.
I'm
not sure where the dollhouse came from. I don't know if it was given to them or they inherited it.
Came from Germa.
And they wouldn't have had the money to buy it. It was so huge. It must have been taken up to the attic in parts and then reassembled up there.
Damn.
It's a beautiful thing. Wallpaper to scale, little furniture, the lights work, mirrors, beds, big duvets and pillows. We spent hours and hours playing in it, invented all these characters and families who lived there. We wrote paperwork for them all, passports, diaries, gave them all really elaborate stories. Once, a moth got trapped in there. We'd left a light on. It was making the most horrendous noise. We tried to kill it, but it was tough. We ended up crushing it under a copy of the Arabian Nights.
Dollhouse. New.
The legal stuff was completed very quickly. Hannah moved back in with Simon. Eric gave Simon the week off to help with the move. He decorated, modernised wallpaper, curtains. Hannah insists the attic we left as it was, dollhouse and all. Simon never went up there.
Wallpaper? Attic? Eve? This is the Morse code thing again, or the prisoner's code.
What are you doing talking about Eve?
Code? Morse? Oh, DPI. What the fuck? Oh. Logic. Hidden. Hiding. Glass. New.
No. I've had enough coffee for today, thanks.
Never true.
That's
Never
all.
enough. Coffee? Wow. I can't believe that.
Black coffee, thanks. No sugar. Sweet enough as it is. About 8 years back. It was a present to myself. I shouldn't even be drinking coffee with the baby. It's been hard trying to give it up. I think they say you can have 1 cup.
You're not supposed to have caffeine when you're pregnant.
Coffee, I guess. Milk and sugar.
You are so unbelievably confusing. Alright, we're getting a line. You see this? We're getting like a whole... We filled in that gap. They say no alcohol too, but then also a glass of red wine every so often is good, so It's almost like none of us have any idea what we're doing when it comes to fucking anything. There was something I wanted to look in one of these. Oh, 8. Let me. 3 and 2, 91, 90. 89, 8. 6. 1986. 84. Divorce. Shit. Ass. Okay.
No, he doesn't keep a diary. That's my thing.
Diary.
I've kept one, well, as long as I can remember, since I was a girl. Helps make sense of my day. And when you're forced to put something into words, just gives you perspective. Everyone's on the same page. No, he was as shy as me. I asked a friend to ask him out for me. We had our first date at the Odeon in North End. We went to see Risky Business.
Whoa.
I had on my one best dress. Simon paid. He bought me a whisper, and I was worried about getting chocolate on my teeth.
Ha! Diary. Huh.
When I was 8, Mother died. She slipped down the stairs. It was an accident. I had read a diary at that point, and I knew
This mother being Florence.
she wasn't my real mother. So I burned the diary that day, and I left. Walked out and across the street. It just became our way of life. We would swap places and take it in turns to do things, and we were very careful. Whoever had been out that day would come back and write a detailed diary so that we were on the same page.
Oh, shit.
We had a list of rules that said what we could and couldn't do in any given situation. It was exhaustive. We lived a second life through those rules. Rules for things that could only ever happen inside our imaginations. We would consider all the permutations of future events and agree rules to walk our way through them.
Street.
Let me see. Yes. I drove in here because I remember well I went over the river, and then there was a church there. Yeah. And I probably parked. Well, I remember seeing a street sign called Princes Street. Yeah, there it is. Yeah, so I'm pretty sure it must be this one. There.
Okay, Odeon and then Prince. Shit.
I don't know if anyone really changes. You just become more yourself.
Huh.
Simon was my prince, and that hasn't changed.
Okay, Princess. Shit.
Yeah, we were 17. It was a nice wedding, people said. Simon looked very handsome in the photos. His parents paid for everything, but he's an only child, so it was important to them. It was what they called a shotgun wedding, but if you looked at the photos, you couldn't tell. The dress was beautiful. It looked like Princess Diana's. The train wasn't quite as long, though. There's a great photo of the bridesmaid helping to carry it out of the car.
Achievement unlocked, Detective Sergeant. What is that? %50 of database accessed. You tell me that's only half? Oh my god. Oh, Diana. Shit. Draw. Concert. Odeon. Band. Drummer. Anything new if I go Simon again? Father. Baby. Dead. Murder. Give me back to square one. Color. The fuck do I look up? Police?
When will the police let me back in the house? They let me take a bag of clothes with me, but they said it was food poisoning. There was something in the food they ate. My dad liked to pick mushrooms, grow them too. They said it was the mushrooms. It was hard to believe. Death caps. They have a skirt around the cap. My dad taught me that. But, I mean, the police had no reason to think it was suspicious. They lived alone. And no one had any reason to hurt them.
Except us.
Thing was wrong.
Dude, I can't see. Oh my god, my eyes.
The bags, I think they were from our kitchen. You can probably check that. We never go into the cellar. It's just a place we put things we don't need. Dad used to grow mushrooms there. The bags were taped up. I think it was parcel tape, but I think it was ours.
The cellar just contains death, huh?
I was living in the attic. It was a very hard time. I was depressed, was still pretty sick of the STD.
STD?
And I came down one morning and they were dead. They were in bed and both had been sick. They'd thrown up a lot. And I slept through it. The police said it was the mushrooms they ate. Dad was a mushroom expert. I mean, he used to take us picking with him and he taught us how to recognise them. And there's no way he would have picked death caps. But the police believe that's what happened. They never even looked in the attic.
What was the name of the mushrooms? Death caps? I want to do cellar and then I'll do that. Oh boy! There we go.
Well, fine, considering. I got back into the house today, and that was weird, knowing your people have been there through my things. It's like I've been burgled. Only worse, obviously. I don't know. I haven't looked in the cellar yet. They sent a cleaner in. As good as new, he said. But they had to throw some stuff out. Couldn't get the blood out. And I'm still waiting to hear from the coroner so we can get a date set for the funeral.
Coroner?
It's going to be a cremation. So,
Coroner death caps.
it happened very quickly. We hardly had to talk to each other. We agreed almost silently. The baby was what mattered. We'd help each other. We cleaned up. We bagged up the broken mirror, her clothes. They're gone. We took him down to the cellar. We knew we had an alibi, and we wanted the body to be found later. We wanted to have suspicion on us, so we could then disprove it, rather than have it linger. Better to keep the body in the house than risk being seen with it. The watch, that was my touch, to make sure the alibi stuck.
Okay. How's it going down there? You done? Not. No. Okay, I'll hang a bit longer. Buzz when you're ready. Looks so that's the end. They did it, I would say. Death cap, and then we wanted to look up coroner. Cremation. Oh shit.
Yes, it was a cremation for the best. We both wore black and had veils, so it was easy. And after the funeral, everyone came back to the house. Hannah served up sandwiches, and I stayed out of sight. It happened very quickly.
Oh!
On his throat. How? Like I said before, it was 3, something like that. I walked in, saw Simon. He was on the floor of the living room. His throat had been cut. There was a lot of blood. Yeah, he was dead. Her story is that she'd waited for him to come back. She put on my wig, some of my clothes, pretended to be me. They talked. She'd enjoyed being me. He said he wanted to be with me.
Oh, it's like raining.
Then he took out a present. Another mirror. Just like the one he'd given her earlier. That unique present. She went crazy, smashed the mirror. They argued, screamed. He hit her. So she grabbed a piece of the mirror and just swung it round. She cut his throat clean open. She'd only meant to scare him off.
That isn't mushrooms. 12, 3, 2, 5. Yeah. I wish I can get rid of this. How do I get rid of this? Can I right click? What am I supposed to be doing here? Alright, maybe Portsmouth? Fuck you. Shit. What the hell else do we look up? On the piano? There's 271 clips. Throat? Yeah. Did I do throat? I think I did throat. We did throat. Yeah, we did throat. Hide?
Mother wanted me to grow my hair long, but I kept cutting it myself. I wanted to look like my reflection. She always had short hair when she was little. Mother would hide the scissors, but I would find a way. Cut it with a bread knife, something like that.
Bro.
My reflection We'd always leave her house and go on adventures, but I never could. Mother taught me at home, and I had books and TV. Oh, TV was magical, but it was only on when it wanted to be, so I spent a lot of time reading books.
Wig and then TV. Gold mine.
A wig? You mean... what type of wig?
She is super reflective on this, on a lot of this session day.
No, I've never worn a wig. What kind of wig? No. The parents decided there would be a wedding. And after the wedding, Hannah moved in with his parents. There was nowhere to follow, so we were separated again. I stayed in the attic. It was hard. It's like I suddenly didn't exist. I would sneak out, but in case anyone recognized me, I started wearing a wig. Hannah and I would meet up in the park. I was trying to get pregnant, but I couldn't. I mean, I couldn't do it with anyone we knew, so it was sex with strangers. Drunk guys I'd met in clubs, in parks and alleyways. I was 17. It felt like I was being punished. But it was Hannah who had betrayed us. I had to stop when one of the guys gave me an STD.
I forgot about the STD.
When we met up, it was disturbing. For the first time, my reflection, she didn't look like me. She was fatter, flushed. If anything, I was getting skinnier. I found it hard to look sometimes. We talked about what to do. Was it time to become our own people? I mean, that seemed like the right thing to do, but neither of us wanted it. We agreed that her and Simon would get their own place as soon as possible, and then I could move in. And that was the plan. This was about 9. I went round and she was waiting for me. She was furious and so angry, the kind of anger you can only have towards yourself. We screamed at each other, argued, cried, we fought. I hit her back, left a bruise.
The bruise!
I had my wig on from performing and she tore it off. Eventually, we grew tired of fighting and I left.
Okay. I accidentally hit a button and got a screenshot award. Okay, nothing there. Bruise.
Bruise? Oh, yeah, no, it's nothing. I was going through the top cupboard in my kitchen and the chair slipped and I kind of hit the door with my face. I mean, it hurt like hell.
There was an earlier one that said, oh, I heal.
If one of us got hurt, the other one would have to be hurt too. A grazed knee, a bruise. When I lost my tooth first, we had to pull out Hannah's to match. Once, I slept with a boy who was seeing another girl. The girlfriend came up to Hannah the next day and punched her in the face, gave her a huge black eye.
Oh my god.
That night, she had to do the same to me. And she almost went too far. I couldn't see out of that eye for days. She snuck frozen peas up for me from the kitchen. So much of our bodies were synchronized anyway. We started our period on the same day, all our childhood diseases, stomach bugs, nits. I think it was that time, the first time at the house, in his bed, that I got pregnant. Amazing, right? This fucking magic sperm. And they say lightning doesn't strike twice. I didn't tell him. I missed 3 periods. I had pretty irregular periods anyway, but 3. I had always thought we were infertile. Both of us. I didn't tell him. Just waited. Hannah and I were meeting for our birthday, and I told her because I thought she would be happy for us both. I think she was. I wouldn't say that. It could be passionate. It's just, it was more than that. It wasn't just sex like I had been with the other boys.
It's not what I was hoping for. Girl.
Okay. There's a girl and she's staring out of the window.
Uh-huh.
She's sad. She's trapped. She's here. She's looking out the window because her mother won't let her out. I would have been a good mother. I was young, but I would have been a good mother. She was a girl, by the way, the baby.
Knew it.
We were going to call her Sarah.
Sarah!
Simon wanted to call her Ava after his nana.
Sarah. Ava.
But I didn't want her to have a symmetrical name.
Shit. Dead end again. Fuck. Fuck. We got a new speaker in the band room today. And I set it up on my lunch break. And I turned things on in the wrong order, and the speaker just was like, and I like scared the shit out of myself. So I sent a message to everybody in the band. I was like, hey, we gotta remember to turn the mixer on before the speaker. I thought I broke the damn thing. What the hell do I look up? Hang on, what's the...
I would have been a good mother. Call her Ava after his nana.
Stepmother? Father? Simon? The hell can you even look up anymore? I don't know. can't believe I got another achievement. Hang on. Oh, wait. No, I didn't get an achievement. I just took a screenshot. How did I take a screenshot? How did I even do that? Was it F11? F10? F9? F12? F12! Ah. Delete. I should keep that in mind. I could do that with Steam games. F12 is print screen. Or used to be. I think it is. I didn't get an achievement for taking a screenshot. I got a screenshot for taking a screenshot. Yes.
There's married couple stuff. A stupid argument, nothing specific. No one knows how to push your buttons better than those you're close to. No. I mean, yes, we have arguments, but he never runs off. He always comes back. We make up. It's always that way.
You have that good post-argument 6.
Yes. He left after the argument. It was about 8 o'clock. I think when I drove back it was about 8 or something. And I got back to the house about 3.
Is there a secret in here? Mirror game. Cyber ghost. Crack. Yeah, I don't care about this. You're stressing me out. Storage. dress. Oh, wow. Okay.
When she went home, Simon had a birthday tea waiting. Afterwards, she told Simon about me, told him I was pregnant. She wanted me to move in with them, this sister he didn't know she had. She knew that instant. The look on his face. She knew. She sent him out the house, kicked him out, called me up, crying, and I went round. I guess I had a feeling I could hear something was wrong in her voice, but I wasn't sure what it was. She called me sister on the phone. She never calls me that. My sister is gone. And she's never coming back.
Kill? Kill!
I mean, what if they were crazy? You hear about these crazy people all the time. I mean, why would anyone who knew Simon want to kill him?
Pregante.
I got pregnant. Both our parents had a big powwow. We weren't even in the room. And they decided we should get married.
Okay.
Yes, I'm fine. I won't be sick again. This happens some days. I'm pregnant. It's morning sickness. No. Well, yes. He found out on my birthday.
A birthday?
I told him I was pregnant.
Sheesh.
Yes, that's my birthday. Not one of the big ones, but I guess you can see that. It was my birthday, like you said. We were going to have a meal at home. We had our meal. He gave me his present. I guess I didn't like the present.
That's why you broke it, slashed his throat with it.
From when I woke up. Okay. I woke up.
Good job.
Simon was already up and he made me birthday breakfast of Eggs Benedict.
Okay.
We both had to go to work, so we saved presents till later.
Lame.
I got to work, had some birthday cake, children sang me happy birthday, then I came home. The birthday meal was a takeaway,
Cool.
and Simon gave me his present, which I didn't mind. And after that, we talked about the baby. Turned into a big argument. Simon left. I was furious. I wanted to get as far away as I could and get some space to think. So I left.
Yeah, you're darting around like a son of a bitch.
A week or so ago. It would have been the Saturday before my birthday. You know, I get like that on the weekends, have a lie-in, then want to get up and blitz the house.
Left? Whoa.
I wasn't in the house all of Friday night. After the argument, after Simon left, I left too. I was upset and I wanted to get away. So I took the car. I left the next day, Saturday. I slept for a few hours in the car. And when I woke up, I came straight back. Simon wasn't returning my calls and I wanted to try and make up. I got back to the house and Simon wasn't there. And I... Excuse me. Is there a bin?
Okay. Argue? Oh.
When you've been married for 10 years, stuff accumulates. You could argue about anything. And he's so nice. That doesn't help.
No.
He tries to smooth things over and that just makes it worse. We're both passive aggressive, so we never normally argue directly about anything.
Okay. 10 years? Oh, new one?
Good. Happy. I mean, ups and downs like any couple, I guess, but we've been married for over 10 years.
Right. Secret? Fuck. Affair? I thought we did affair. Yeah, we did affair. We've done a lot. Fucking A. Yo, it is raining outside. Like, raining. Just seeing words on the screen. Tape? Talk about tape a lot. Bag. Body. Sing. Did we do wig? We did wig, right? Yeah. Teacher. She was a teacher, wasn't she? School? Weekend? New one?
Okay, you got me. I'll confess. We were there. It was a dirty weekend. Simon was going to expense it, pretend it was a business trip. I used a made-up name. We stayed at the hotel, had room service, didn't leave the room, had a great view of the river, and you could hear the church bells. Like you said, it was very romantic.
Yeah. So, we're piecing together this person's testimonies and interrogation clips. They murdered their husband, Simon, and it is unclear if there are two people who are twins or if it's one person with multiple personality disorder at this point. This is the database. These are all the clips. If it's green, it means we found the clip. If it's not green, it means we did not find the clip. They go in chronological order. So at some point we have seen the last clip. At some point we've seen the beginning clip. I could theoretically leave right now and call the game a game, or I can keep trying to find clips. Also, my mic was muted for about a half hour. Which was fun. So it's just looking up search words, getting different clues, and then searching those clues. So we've searched all these different words and pulled up different clips. We're gonna try hotel. Holy shit, we got a new one.
And the hotel said he was there?
Very helpful. And then if we refresh this, it fills in. So now I'm stuck again. Now I have to figure it out. Now I gotta figure out where to go. We've tried a lot of stuff. Basically what I've put together is she was pregnant. There's theoretically two people here. There's Hannah and then Eve. Hannah was pregnant, had a miscarriage, her parents died. She was married to Simon. All the while, her twin sister, who they would like flip-flop with her, lived across the street, had a stepmother die, and they would like pretend to be sister all the time. And now that other sister's pregnant, the Hannah's husband's dead. They hid the body together. I'm gonna try attic again. Yeah, we did attic. But now we have hit there's a beginning point and an end point. We've seen the beginning, we've seen the end, and now we're just filling it in. And there is a volume missing, which I'm pretty sure, I'm 90% sure if we find everything, we'll get that last one. Whatever it may be. Woman. Wow.
No. Simon wasn't seeing another woman.
Fantastic. I think the yellow shows us where we just hit on the timeline. To let us know. So we missed whatever the last one was. Unless, I mean, missed in terms of, like, tracing. What happens if we leave and then come back in? Can you go through the timeline? No. Man? No. Another? Fuck. I just want to see something. If I leave and come back, what happens? Everything stays the same. Okay. Among Us? Yeah. Okay.
What about us? I guess you could call it that, but we were both happy to get married.
I am going to commit great crime. I'm going to bust nut in water
We went out
tower.
first dance to come back and stay. I'm not sure if that's a good wedding song, but I loved it. I chose it. I mean, it was genuinely our first dance. We'd never danced together
Scared the
before.
shit out of me.
It was probably awful to watch, but I enjoyed it. It felt like it was just me and Simon for that
Wedding.
moment. Just the two of us.
2?
That should eliminate me as a suspect. If I was in Glasgow,
We got that.
can't be in two places at once.
Ha ha ha! Oh, contraire. Homie, we never looked up suspect.
Okay.
Places,
You want to
maybe.
eliminate me as a suspect. This is the third day running you've called me in. I speak to Doug and Eleanor every day. And they say you've been asking a lot of questions about me.
Yeah.
Should I be worried? Am I a suspect?
Not very helpful. No.
Yeah, tastes fine to me. As long as it's black and strong, I'm good.
Great. More coffee. We got a lot off of coffee, that's for sure. Maybe water? Drink? Pub? Friend?
Simon's parents offered to put me up, but I didn't think it would be a good idea. It would be too sad. Not right now. I'm staying at a friend's.
We had to have done parent. How the fuck?
Then my parents died.
Well, yeah.
It was the worst year of my life. A miscarriage and then my parents.
I'm pretty sure you killed your parents, too. Pretty sure you did everything there. Ooh. Steam. Day. Probably day. Day, night. Yeah. We're getting achievements. You know? I don't need that anymore. Day. No.
I didn't. I slept in the car.
Car.
I left about 9 that night. I wasn't there. Yeah. I pulled over and slept in the car. This was just by the side of the road. I was exhausted.
We're just like scrapping here. We did van, right? Because the dude had a van. I don't know. Uncle? Anything about uncle? Aunt? Apartment? What was the word? Bed stay? Fuck you. Amazing.
Childhood sweethearts. Are you married, detective?
Detective? Ooh, sheesh.
No, it's okay. The other detective has just gone to get me one.
This fucking coffee.
Must think it's very cool that their dad is a police detective.
I swore we did, Dad. Yeah. We did, Dad. We did, Mum. We did cat. Oh, bird. Cage. None of this mum rubbish. We were discussing this before. You spell tire like that? And we spell it like that. Loud. No. Sleep or rest something. Good night. See you around. Steam. Weapon. Let's check something real quick. Hang on. Let's just check something real quick. Hang on. Let's go. Let's go. Top of the category, baby. I might give this a couple more shakes and then call it an evening. Considering I think it's just you and me, Stu. Tiff. Got that. What else can you do? This is it. We have to use keywords to find clips. To fill in the database tracker. I can get clues from other clips, maybe.
So, our sex life is probably fairly average for a couple after 10 years of marriage.
Did we do sex? Holy shit.
Really? You're going to ask me about my sex life? I mean, isn't that private?
No.
Are you married? How is your sex life?
Quite awful. Thank you for asking.
No. You're talking to the wrong person if you think I'm some kind of slut. If you think I'm the kind of person person that would have had sex with all those guys.
When the heck did this game come out? When did this come out? Is there a way to tell? Oh, that could explain why. This came out in 2015. I thought this was new. Well, newer. I mean, 2016 was like... 2015 was like 18 years ago, so... Shit.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, I'm quite a private person and I didn't want to get into the detail of the argument.
We did argument. How have I not hit 75% of this shit yet? Fuck. Oh, wait. Drown. Water. Drowned. Jealous? Shit. Bird. We did bird. I feel like I'm playing Wordle. This is true crime Wordle. This is true crime Wordle. Kill. Yeah. Y2K. Yeah. Y2K. All this footage is from 94, so yeah, we did kill already. Can't figure out what this means.
When beautiful people died, we always felt like it was a sign. You remember Princess Grace? Grace Kelly? She died in a car crash the year before we met Simon. We used a Ouija board to speak to her, and that gave us the power to find him. That's what we thought then. That people who died tragically leave some kind of magic behind. We used to share dreams. We used to wake up and write them down in our diaries immediately and compare them.
Did we do diary? We did diary. Yeah. Fuck! All right, I think I'm stuck. We're gonna come back to this. I'm gonna try to maybe finish this on Mirror. I did Mirror. There's a lot with Mirror. I'm gonna do more of this on Sunday. I'm gonna get off now. Thanks for hanging out, everybody. Let's get rid of these fucking bots. Yeah, goodbye. All right. Have a good night, everybody. Thanks for hanging out. I will see you later.